Gladys, the ICA, Maguire. I had an article in the Financial Review on yesterday, pointing out that she could have done worse. She could have, shacked up with Bluebeard or, Al Capone or Henry VIII even. Would have been probably slightly better company than the bloke she chose. What do you make of it, Rita?
Oh, look, I think there's still a question mark about whether she can survive this crisis, but the overwhelming public sentiment, I feel, is with her. And obviously from the majority of women who are looking at this through a different filter than I guess you are and a lot of other blokes, whether they're conservative or otherwise, until it can be shown that she has personally benefited from the dodgy antics of her former partner, then I think whether she should actually step down is just disproportionate. It's too high a price to pay for what she is alleged to have done wrong, unless they can be shown that she had deeper knowledge of what was happening, or if she personally had some sort of financial benefit from these dealings. I just feel terribly sorry for her. A woman in her position would find it very difficult to be dating people. Where is she going to meet people? She's not going to go on Tinder, is she? I mean, there's a very
but I'm sorry, I've got to interrupt you. I cannot see any relevance between the difficulty she has in finding a partner and the principles at stake. And in politics, it's the principle that counts.
Hang on, Rowan.
Hang on. Hang on, Rita. We had the last Premier having to resign over a bottle of wine, which he shouldn't have had to do. We had the one before Greiner.
That was crazy too.
Yeah, they're crazy, exactly. Rowan. But if you can't change the standards because you feel sorry or sympathy for someone. Either they scrap ICAC, which would be a good idea, and start again, but you can't have different standards when you go, if she has a code of conduct and she has clearly breached her own code of conduct, then
Hang on.
Then you have to go. You have to go.
I'm sorry, Rowan. Look, you know that I have not always been the biggest fan of Gladys Berejiklian, her leadership style, and a lot of her decisions. But I'm with Rita on this one. I do not see where what she has done rises to the level of a hanging offence. I think that this is a sad case where somebody hooked up with the wrong person, but let's be honest, who in life hasn't at one point gotten involved with the wrong person they shouldn't have?
That's irrelevant, James. It's entirely irrelevant.
Gladys
Berejiklian stood up in Parliament. Sorry, Gladys Berejiklian stood up in Parliament and said that you should.
It's a travesty.
Sorry, I disagree totally. If she, by her own standards, her own code of conduct is, you have to know what is going on. It's inexcusable to not know. And the idea of don't tell me this, don't tell me that, I don't want to know, has to raise suspicions. Why didn't she want to know? And it's her job to know. She should have said by her own standards and by the own comments she made in Macquarie Street in different circumstances where she stood up and accused Labor and said you should have known. And it is you should have known that is your job. By her own standards, she stands condemned. I disagree with you. It's not because I like her. I think she's great, and I think she's done a great job on COVID. But you either have standards or you don't, and you either have principles or you don't. And it's not up to the public. It's up to the politicians who have gifted her the premiership to decide is she really worthy of it. Anyway,
well, the Prime Minister's backed her in 100%.
And
sorry,
so what? Yeah. Anyway, you've got principles or you don't.
Well, you said it's not up to the public, it's up to the politicians. And I'm saying that her colleagues and the Prime Minister have backed her. At this point, she doesn't look like she's in peril.
No, she's not.
I agree with you. She's done things wrong. But as James said, is what she's done that's so wrong worthy of losing her job? Correct. And I just don't think it meets that test.
She has done the wrong thing, but it's not a hanging offence at this point. If more evidence comes out that she profited, that she knew about what Daryl was doing and helped him out with it, absolutely. I say she goes, absolutely. But I just don't think that we have gotten to that point. And, the ICAC has had this long history of going out and trashing people,
So scrap the ICAC, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, let's move on. We've done that, but I would say that it would be an absolute travesty if Gladys, who I like, goes and who's done a great job for New South Wales, if she goes and Dan Andrews stays, that what a travesty. Our politics are in a real mess. If we're even in this position where we're countenancing that.